right, the U.S. Army Field Band, the Volunteers, with us here tonight at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. We're glad you could be here, too, for Mositis Motorsports Fly to the Phoenix night, the Super Sprint Car Championship, along with regular racing for other divisions with extra dollars on the line. Before we go racing, we ask that you please rise. Here tonight to sing the national anthem for us is Staff Sergeant Randy White from Syracuse, New York, a member of the U.S. Army Field Band, the Volunteers.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, now that's what you call a national anthem. Thank you, Staff Sergeant Randy White, the U.S. Army Field Band Volunteers. Shop Fast Track Pro-lite models. Scott Shemp in the 75, Dennis Niederreiter of the 09 bring the field to life, and we're underway. Niederreiter on the outside has got the early lead in turn 2. Shemp on second. Michael Reft in the 9R and the 08 of Jeff Broniszewski side by side for third. Reft into the third spot as they race off in turn 4. It's Niederreiter out in front. The Mingus Farms, Murray Trucking, 8, Genève Trucking, 09 the leader. Problems, Bo Glemba in the 99 spins around in turn 2. Caution is out. Bo Glemba in the Smith Dyno Service, Glemba Asphalt, Bellevue Chassis 99 goes around in turn 2. We've got our first caution of the night. Scott Shemp in the 75 and Jeff Broniszewski in the 08. Scott works for Jeff at Taylor Auto Body, so the battle is on, as they say, for those two. Bragging rights in the shop. Niederreiter still your leader, but Ref goes to the low side in the McGurvey Electric number 9, and there's a battle down the back straight. The 9 and the 09 side by side now into turn number 3. Shemp still third, Broniszewski fourth. Mark Moats on the outside trying to make it 3 wide for third, and he'll make the pass of both Shemp and Broniszewski. Meantime, it's Dennis Niederreiter and Michael Reft continuing their duel down the back straightaway, with Mark Moats Jr. closing fast in the 15. Michael Reft is now your leader in the 9R by car length over Dennis Niederreiter, but Niederreiter's got the momentum on the outside of turn 2, and he's got the lead back down the back chute. This will be the halfway mark. This will be lap 4, 3 to go. Dennis Niederreiter in front of Michael Reft and Mark Moats Jr. Scott Shemp fourth and Jeff Broniszewski is fifth. Into turn 4. Niederreiter still in front by car length. 2 laps to go, 2 to go. Points leader Mark Moats Jr. right behind the front duo. Scott Shemp fourth, Jeff Broniszewski fifth, then Bo Glemba and Dusty Curry. Michael Reft closing the gap again into turn 3. One more lap to go. Niederreiter maintains that car length lead. Reft and now Moats closing even closer than he's been. This is for all the marbles. Heat race number 1, Brockers Machine Shop Fast Track Pro Late Models off of 4 side by side on the inside. The young buck, Michael Reft, will take the win. Niederreiter second, Mark Moats Jr. third, Scott Champ fourth, and Jeff Broniszewski fifth. Off at turn number 4, heat race number 2 for the Fast Track Pro Late Models, the Brockers Machine Shop Fast Track Pro Late Models. It's Keith Barbara, former Super Late Model champion here, driving the Justin Lamb 93X into the lead at the drop of the green. Kyle Lucan, a many-time winner this year, follows him down the back straightaway into second spot. Brian Hoffman in the 15H, the pole sitter, is still third as they exit turn 4. It's Barbara, followed closely by Lucan, Hoffman, Laura Lucan, Daryl Dow, and Ken Chernick into turn 1. The Boone Township Beer and Pop for last. JK Auto Service, Coriopolis Hardware, 93X of Keith Barber, just ahead of the Cindy's Catering. Lucan Rep Fab 1 of Cal Lucan. Laura Lucan now third in the Cindy's Catering. Eisminger's Pennzoil number 1, or 84, excuse me. Brian Hoffman fourth, then Daryl Dow. For the lead in turn 2, it's still Barbara by just a couple of car lengths. Now he makes it grow down the back chute. As we come to lap 3, we'll have 4 to go. Off of turn 2, it's still Keith Barbara, Kyle Lucan staying in touch. This will be the halfway mark. Into 3, Lucan shows his nose on the inside. The Barber in the fast track, in the fast lane right now, has not made any mistakes. Lucan's got a little run coming off at turn 2, but he can't get alongside down the back chute. Into 3. Kid Cow, who raced Colton Flinter right to the wire last week, goes for it on the inside at turn 4. 2 to go. It's still Barber by car length. Lucan second, Laura Lucan third, Brian Hoffman fourth, Daryl Dow fifth in turns 1 and 2. Barber again up high, maintains the lead. In fact, he grows the lead down the back chute. One lap to go. Keith Barbara, Super Late Model champion here in 2001. First time in the Justin Lamb 93X, picks up the second heat race in the Brockers Machine Shop Pro Lates. Cal Lucan second, Laura Lucan third, then Brian Hoffman and Daryl Dow. Ken Chernick is next. Lynch Jr., here they come off at turn number 4, ready to go racing. Lozitis Motorsports 9 and the green is out. Schaefer and Lynch wheel to wheel down the back straightaway. It's Schaefer on the outside with the lead. Lynch is second, Bowser is third, Holtgraver fourth into 3 and 4. Still side by side off at turn number 4. The Apollo rocket down low. Kevin Schaefer up high. Into 1. Battle on. Lynch with the lead into turn 2. Schaefer tries to come back on the outside and does. They head down the back chute. Bowser third, Holtgraver fourth, and it's Davey Jones, Brian Steinman. 2 laps in. Lynch to the bottom of turn 1, goes sweeping by into the lead in turn 2. He slides up. Here comes Schaefer back. Down the back chute, it's the Apollo rocket, followed by Kevin Schaefer into turn number 3. Off of 4, Lynch still your leader. Bowser third, Holtgraver fourth. .18.340, the fastest lap so far. 18.340, halfway. Lynch is getting faster, 18.003. He's up above 123 miles per hour for his average speed. Almost 125 that last lap. Kevin Schaefer, who was strong early, has now dropped way back as Carl Bowser and Danny Holgraver are catching him in a hurry down the back straightaway. Second, third, and fourth contested in turn 3. 2 to go for the Apollo Rocket. One lap to go, 1 to go. Lynch around Jack Helgren in the 71C. Schaefer is second, Bowser third, Holgraver fourth. Off of 4, the Apollo Rocket. Ed Lynch Jr. will pick up the first heat race. Kevin Schaefer just ahead of Carl Bowser for second. Danny Holgraver gets fourth, and the Baden Bandit, Davy Jones, will round out your top 5 finishers in car 76. Rod's got a couple of wins at Lernerville as well. Here they come off at turn number 4. Green is out. It's the Katanning Comet. Rod George taking off with the lead. Jack Soderman Jr. second. Andy McKisson third. Andy Priest in the 43. Go around him on the outside is the 22 of Brandon Spithaler. Jack Soderman Jr. into the lead. Rod George tries to take it back on the inside of 1 and 2, but it's Soderman down the back straightaway, stretching the advantage into turn number 3. In turns 1 and 2, we got a spin. Bobby Rankin, just 16 years of age, the daughter of Gary and Sheila Rankin. First time I'm sure she's ever been on a track this big. Goes around in the middle of 1 and 2. We've got a caution out with 2 laps down. Towards Andy McKisson, Andy Priest, Brandon Spithaler, Bobby Rankin. Green is back out. Still Soderman up high with the momentum, and now Andy Priest in the 43 goes around the 0 of Andy McKisson for second. .18.454 for Jack Soderman Jr. 18.236 that last lap. 18.236 the last lap for Soderman's picked it up. Andy Priest now challenging Rod George for second. Off of 4. Into 1. Andy Priest on the inside, Rod George in the middle. It's Priest into second down the back straightaway in the Kelsey George car. That car owned by Rod's daughter Kelsey. Down, and George now drops to 4th. Andy McKisson moves to 3rd. So the Katanning Comet, Rod George, who had the lead to start this race, two laps to go for Jack Soderman Jr. Jack's dad, Jack Sr., has been a winner here at Pittsburgh. White flag waving. Soderman wins it. We got a problem in turns 1 and 2 again. Caution is out. Bobby Rankin spinning, but the checker did wave for Jack Soderman Jr. in car 23. Green is out. Into 1, Andy Priest making a bid for the lead on the low side in car 43 up high. It's Jack Soderman Jr. Soderman still in front. Priest is second. McKisson third. George is fourth. Andy Priest down low. Jack Soderman Jr. up high down the front straightaway. Whoa! Soderman wins it. Last week's winner, Steve Baker, your front four, then Tom Bateman. Here we go. 8 laps for the Hoosier Tire Mid-Atlantic Dirt Car Super Lates. Burgoon stands on it. He's got the early lead. Baker moves to second. Ryder is third. Then it's Crawford and Bateman down the back straightaway. Into turn number 1, side by side for third. Doug Crawford down low, Jason Ryder up high. As Burgoon, who struggled immensely here last week, he's got the 17 rolling a lot better tonight. Crawford off the pace in the Fathead Saloon 9C. Doug Crawford headed pit side in the 9C. Doug Crawford has made it to the pits as we come to the halfway mark. 4 laps down and 4 to go. Two laps to go. He's all by himself. Big lead for Double B, Brandon Burgoon. .19.829 the last lap for Brandon Burgoon. Good second and a half slower than the sprint cars or the super lates. Burgoon takes the white flag. The Todd's Auto Body Allegheny medal finishing. Three Rivers scrap metal 17 down the back chute. It's a new rocket chassis, Pro Power engine under the hood. Off of 4, the best he's run here in 2010. Brandon Burgoon, your first heat race winner. Steve Baker second. It'll be Jason Ryder third. Tom Bateman will finish fourth in the 86. He has pitted. Off at turn number 4. Ready to go at the cone. The green is out. Cal Lucon and Ben Miley lead them into turn number 1. Lucon down low, Ben Miley up high. Off at turn number 2, Miley has got the lead. Lucon second, Johnson third, Jim Lepro in the 6 car running fourth. Mike Johnson down low in the 2J trying to move to second. He's alongside of Cal Lucon as they head off into turn number 1. Out in front, Ben Miley, who picked up his first feature win here in several years earlier this season in the Calusi Chevy 99. Cal Lucon had a good run going last week. In fact, came back to finish 5th after getting a flat tire. And points leader Mike Johnson, who was second last week, currently running third in this heat race. Again for second in turn 4. Lucon up high, Johnson down low. It's just Cal Lucon by a car length into turn number 1. Iron Mike hard on the bottom trying to take over that second spot again. Kid Cal still in second, Mike Johnson third, Jim Lepro fourth, and the 99 of Ben Miley leads. Cross flag signaling halfway, 4 down, 4 to go. Red Miley right in the middle of the racetrack. Some guys have been quick up top, some guys have been good down low. Ben's right in the middle. Cal Lucon trying to close in a bit here. We get down the home stretch, 2 laps to go. Lucon has made up some ground on the leader. In fact, 20.562 for Cal. That's the fastest lap of the race. He is second right now and trying to close in some more as we come to the white flag. 1 lap to go, 1 to go. Miley has maintained the advantage the last 2 laps. Kyle's not been able to get any closer. Mike Johnson third, Jim Lepro fourth. As we come to the checkered flag, we'll move into the cadets next. Heat race number 2 for the super lates to Ben Miley over Cal Lucon, Mike Johnson and Jim Lepro. Green is out. Steve Webb in the 27W from the pole has got the lead into turn 2. Bob Schwartzmiller in the 28 alongside now into 3. Bob Heim in the 92 sits third. Then it's Simmons, your points leader, and Weldon the 45. As is often the case, Sunoco Race Fuels Dirt Car Cadets put on a well of a race, as they normally do. Bobby Schwartzmiller, your leader. In the Park West Supply, Denny's Restaurant 28S. Then it's the R&J Meats, Napa Verona, Speedway Productions 92 of Bob Hyman. On the outside comes the Snake, Jake the Snake Simmons. In the more concrete Simmons window cleaning 68X. Steve Webb, the early race leader, is fourth. Defending champion Pat Weldon, the 45, runs fifth. Schwartzmiller now with Jake the Snake all over him down the back straightaway. The Snake goes low. Into 3 and 4. Schwartzmiller up top trying to carry the momentum, and it's Jake the Snake in the middle lane. Your new leader. Schwartzmiller tries to battle back on the outside into turn number 1. Bob Heim still third, Steve Webb fourth, and Pat Weldon fifth. Josh Langer and Don Bowerly back a straightaway. Schwartzmiller's second in the point standings to Simmons coming into tonight, so he'd like to finish ahead of him here in this heat race to close the gap a bit halfway. 4 of 7 laps complete, 3 laps to go. Two laps to go. Jake the Snake Simmons pulling away. Misfortune at the end of last week's feature cost him a possible win. But the repairs appear to be right. He is moving on here tonight. 1 lap to go. Schwartzmiller second. Pat Weldon now just ahead of Bobby Heim for third at the flag stand. They're side by side into turn number 1 and 2. Also, the battle continues between Josh Langer and Don Bowerly at the back of the pack. The more concrete Simmons window cleaning, Fulmer Motorsports 68X Jake the Snake Simmons wins it over Bob Schwartzmiller, Pat Weldon, Bobby Heim, and Steve Webb. Off at turn number 4, green is out. Joey Kitselis from the pole jumps into the lead. The Drew's Auto Service, Brian's Decals, Chevy leads down the back straightaway. Mitch Waterland in the 20W is second. 64 Craig Kitselis, who ended up the winner last Saturday night, he is third. Then it's Dave Slade in the B4. Tyler Fox in the 39, Nick Kachub in the 10, and Robert Betts in the 81. Joey Catsellis out in front of Mitch Waddle, Craig Catsellis, Dave Slade, and now Nick Kachuba in the 10 car challenging for 4th. Kachuba in the 10 makes the pass in turn 4. Slade tries to battle back on the outside down the front stretch. Robert Benson, the 81, now ahead of the 39 of Tyler Fox for 6th. Your leader, Joey Catsellis. Mitch Waddle at 2nd. Craig Catsellis is next. Nick Kachuba, Dave Slade. Halfway. Nick Kachuba, the 10 car, now challenging Craig Catsellis for 3rd as they slide into turn 1. Catsellis in the 64, Kachuba in the 10. Joey Catsellis shows the way. He has been the leader from the get-go in the 33K. He is the cousin of Craig. Kachuba and Craig Catsellis again battling. It's still Craig Catsellis 3rd, Nick Kachuba 4th down the front chute. 2 laps to go. Dave Slade in the B4 is 5th, then Robert Benson the 81 and Tyler Fox in the 39. White flag waving, signaling 1 more lap. Mitch Waddle having one of his stronger runs of the 20W. Let's give him some credit. He's been seconded from the get-go in the 20W car. Craig Catsellis 3rd, Nick Kachuba 4th. Your leader, Joey Catsellis. One more turn to negotiate. Checkered flag is out. Joey Catsellis wins the 2nd heat race for the Sunoco Race Fuels Dirt Car Cadets. Mitch Waddle at 2nd, Craig Catsellis 3rd, Nick Kachuba 4th, and Dave Slade is 5th. Seven laps. Seven laps the distance. Kerry Gasser, your leader in the 0K, the racing mom from Vienna, Ohio, the Stainless Machine Engineering. That new BMS chassis that she debuted here a few weeks back. She leads. 5 of Jonathan Taylor running 2nd. Then it's the 74 of J.J. Bamitrider. Down low, the 65 of Martinek on the high side, and moving quickly is Vince Laboon in the 17L. The Loose Moose Saloon, Duffy's Pop and Beer Warehouse, 17L up to 4th. Stush's Automotive 74 of Bamitrider 3rd. The Hempfield Racing Engines Taylor Services 5 of Jonathan Taylor is 2nd, and out in front still Kerry Gasser, and look at her go. Side by side for 2nd now. Taylor up high, Bamitrider on the inside. Taylor, Bamitrider, and Laboon. Then it's Evan Taylor in the 7, in the 65 of Tom Martinek. Halfway, 3 laps to go, 3 to go. Vince Laboon again trying to squeeze to the outside of J.J. Bamitrider for 3rd. In turn 2, it's still Bamitrider 3rd, Laboon is 4th. Kerry Gasser by herself in the Stainless Machine Engineering 0K. Stush's 74 Bamitrider to the inside of Taylor for 2nd in turn 1. White flag waving, final lap. Down on the inside now, the 5 car of Jonathan Taylor coming as Bamich Rider spins, keeps going, but the caution had already flown. Caution is out for the 74 of J.J. Bamich Rider. That ends with a 1-lap shootout. Carrie Gasser, a big lead, wiped out by that caution. She has got the 7 car of Evan Taylor. No, that's the 5 of Jonathan Taylor, excuse me, alongside, but not for long as Carrie takes the lead again into turn number 1. This becomes a 1-lap shootout. Carrie Gasser down the back straightaway. Then it's the brothers Taylor, the 7 of Evan, the 5 of Jonathan. Tom Martinek now in a hurry in the 65 car. Yeah. Carrie Gasser wins it. Evan Taylor second, Jonathan Taylor third. Seven laps the distance. Green is out. Charlier grabs the lead from the pole. Bassett is second, and here comes the Martinsbury madman, J.E. Stalter. Look at him go. Lots of testosterone out in front, Charlier and Stalter. Stalter by car length, leading lap 1. Bassett is third, McKinney fourth. J.E. Stalter, your leader. Daryl Charlier second. Chris Bassett's third. Carl McKinney fourth. Then it's Clayton Kennedy in the 9. Kevin Miller in the 4M. Chuck Kennedy and Bruce Drystad. Kennedy in the 7. A problem in turn 4. He gathers it back up. Green is still out. 2 high guys in a hurry on the high side. J.E. Stalter and Daryl Charlier right up against the wall. They come into turn number 4. Halfway, 4 to go. Charlier leading the point standings and Stalter second in the points chase. The Midway Missile, your points leader, closing in on the second place driver of the point standings. J.E. Stalter spin in turn 2. The 9 car, he keeps it going. He keeps it going. The green is out. Green is out. Battle for the lead off of turn 4. It's Stalter ahead of Charlier. 2 laps to go. Down the back straightaway. The Midway Missile trying to close in again on the Martinsbury Madman. Into turn number 3. 1 lap to go. 1 to go. J.E. Stalter out of Martins Ferry, Ohio, trying to hold off the Midway Missile, Daryl Charlier. He will win it. Charlier's second, third. Chris Bassett's just ahead of Carl McKinney. Five laps the distance. Up next, your Young Gun feature event. Then we'll have an intermission with Mositis Motorsports putting on a little display for you of the Spiders and ATV vehicles they brought with them tonight. Mositis Motorsports Flight of the Phoenix night. Brian Hutchko in the 60 car, your leader over the OU2 of Eddie Weiser, the 00 of Ricky Steigerwald is third. 1 lap to go. Brian Hutchko, your leader in the Schwartzmiller Ground Maintenance Mousetrap Bar and Grill Oldsmobile. Over the Eisenberg's Auto Body, Taylor Auto Body, Lloyd's Paint Supply, OU to a Fast Eddie Weiser. Young Guns, the Imperial Heights Garage Dirt Car Young Guns. Green is out. Joe Gombash III takes the lead from outside of row 1. Brother Trevor on the inside in the 5T. Alec Bronaszewski in the 08 is third. Danny White in the 55, Hannah Ramsey, and the 50T of Adam Carson. Joe Gombash III has won 2 features this year. He's your early leader now. His brother Trevor, who's won 3 times, behind him. Alec Bronaszewski, the 08, then Danny White in the 55. Coming up after this, we'll do the Mositis Parade, do some quick track maintenance, and then come right back with our fast track Pro Late Model feature, followed by the sprint cars and the super late models. 50T car looks like it's off the pace. That would be Adam Carson on the back straightaway. Adam Carson getting back up to speed again, it looks like. Halfway, 3 down, 3 to go. Carson slowing again in 3 and 4. Into the pits. This will be lap 4. 2 more laps to go for Joe Gombash III out of Claridge. In the Picasso Auto Body, Gombash towing an auto salvage Cavalier. Start on the outside of the front row, and there he is staying. Brother Trevor second, Alec Bronaszewski and Danny White. Good race for third, the 08 and the 55. Final lap for our Young Gun feature events. Mositis Motorsports Fly to the Phoenix night. First feature winner of the night as he comes into turn 4 is going to be Joe Gombash III out of Claridge, taking the checkered flag. Good job. Nobody had a chance tonight. You were burying them.
Was I? I don't know.
Yeah. Car feel good?
Yeah, I felt really good.
You don't want to look back, man. It's straight ahead. Is it an advantage to get that outside starting spot?
I think so.
Because you got into turn 1 first.
Yeah, I don't care if he started the pole. I wanted the outside.
He chased you the whole way, but tonight was your turn. Good to see it.
Thanks.
People you want to thank?
Mom, Dad, my brother, my girlfriend, my sponsors, even though they're not on the car, Gombash Towing and Picasso Auto Body.
Think you'd get a ride in one of those sprint cars?
I don't know. They kind of scare me.
Do they?
Stick to the late models.
All right. How about a nice hand, Joe Gombash III, your winner in the Young Guns. Bringing the field around. Mositis Motorsports night, Fly to the Phoenix, and the Fast Track Pro Late Models are underway. Look at this in turn 1. Oh man, 5 wide at one point. Down the back straightaway, they're going. Dennis Niederreiter in the 09, the 75 of Scott Shemp. Mark Moats Jr. in the 15 is third into turn 4. Niederreiter leads. Moats is second. Shemp third. Darrell Dow fourth. And it's the 08 of Jeff Broniszewski to fifth. Michael Reft to the 9R moves up into 6th. Laura Lucan is 7th. Brian Hoffman 8th. Cal Lucan 9th. Car is Scott Shemp at the 75. Almost spins in turn 3. He saves it. Niederreiter out in front. Moats is second. Broniszewski to third in the 08. 2 laps down. Dennis Niederreiter, your leader, and the Mingus Farms Murray Trucking H&F Trucking 09. Mark Moats Jr. second. Jeff Broniszewski is on the charge in the 08. Off the bottom side, the Taylor Auto Body. Bellevue Do It Best 08 challenging for second in turn 1. Coming also is the McGurvey Electric Bobby's Lounge Stewart Equipment Service 9R of Michael Reft, your 4th place car. Broniszewski to second. Moats is third. Reft is 4th. Darrell Dow 5th. Laura Lucan 6th. Cal Lucan 7th. And Keith Barber and Scott Shemp. Five down, 15 to go. Broniszewski closing in on the race leader. Laura Lucan trying to break into the top 5 in car 84. She moves underneath the 5J of Darrell Dow. Broniszewski, meantime, to the inside in turn 4, trying to gather up race leader Dennis Niederreiter. Off of 4, it's still Niederreiter by a car length over Broniszewski, and Michael Reft not far behind in third into turn number 1. In turn 2, it's still Niederreiter, but here comes Jeff Broniszewski down the back straightaway, the Taylor Auto Body. Bellevue Do It Best 08. He is your new leader. He started this race in the 9th spot. He has got the fastest lap of the race. Michael Reft in the 9R trying to move into second now, and does as Niederreiter drops to third. Moats is 4th. Laura Lucan 5th. Cal Lucan to 6th now in the 1 car. And it's Keith Barber, Darrell Dow, Scott Shemp, Bo Glemba. Lap traffic, Ron Hall the 67 overtaken by Jeff Broniszewski. Broniszewski only out for a few weeks in this car. 11 laps to go. He's got Michael Reft in tow as they head into 1. Cal Lucan and Keith Barber have got a good battle going on for 6th. Lucan up high, Barber on the inside of the 93X. Halfway, 10 down, 10 to go. McGurvey Electric. 9R of Michael Reft trying to close in the McGurvey Electric Bobby's Lounge 9R. Behind the Taylor Auto Body, Bellevue Do It Best 08. It's to be a 2-horse race with 9 laps to go. Moats is 4th. Laura Lucan, who trails him in the point standings, a close 5th. Cal Lucan 6th. Keith Barber is 7th. Darrell Dow 8th. Bo Glemba 9th. And 10th is Brian Hoffman. Laura Lucan continues to challenge Mark Moats Jr. for 4th in turns 1 and 2. She's on the very bottom in the Cindy's Catering 84, and she'll make the pass. Moats is now 5th. Coming into tonight, Laura 8 points behind Mark Moats Jr. in the point standings. Cal Lucan and Keith Barber still neck and neck for 6th. And for the lead in turn 3 now, Michael Reft to the inside of Jeff Broniszewski. He's got the lead through 3 and 4. The McGurvey Electric, Bobby's Lounge Stewart Equipment Service 9R of Michael Reft. Picked up his first career feature win August 1st of last year. Ended up with 2 wins on the season. Off of turn 4, trying to lap the C1 of Ken Chernick. Five laps to go. Ref now to the inside of Chernick down the back straightaway. Three different leaders. The 16-year-old Michael Reft, the third of the 3, and he's 4 laps away from his first win of this season. Jeff Broniszewski still second. Early race leader Dennis Niederreiter is third, Laura Lucon fourth, Mark Moats Jr. fifth. Then it's Keith Barber and Cal Lucon. Cal Lucon with a problem in the 1 car. He's off the pace in turn 3 and 4. Coming to turn 4 to pit. Your leader, meantime, lapping more cars down the back straightaway. The 9R of Michael Reft in traffic in turn 3, and he goes right through on the bottom. Reft continues to lead. He has really picked it up here the last 6 or 7 laps. 2 laps to go. Broniszewski second. Niederreiter third, Moats fourth, Laura Lucon fifth, and Keith Barber is sixth. He now trying to pass Laura Lucon for fifth and does so into turn 1. 1 lap to go. Michael Reft into turn number 1. Oh, on the front straightaway, contact between the 8 and the 67, right in front of the second place car of Jeff Broniszewski. Somehow everybody's still straight. LaGurvey Electric, Bobby's Lounge, Stewart Equipment Service, 9R, his first win in 2010 for 16-year-old Michael Reft. Jeff Broniszewski in the 08 comes home second. Third place up for grabs down the front straightaway. Side by side, Keith Barber will get fifth. As I told the fans, your season was on a downer after practice day. Your car was junk. Took a while to get back out here, but you're getting better and better every week.
Yeah, it was a real rough start, but then got a new car, got everything back to normal, and now we're here again.
Good race. I mean, it looked like Dennis, then it looked like Jeff, but man, the last 10 laps, this car came on.
Yeah, I was hooked up on that top line, so I was feeling good.
But you got the lead. You went on the bottom.
Yeah, it was a couple spots I had to pass them lap cars, but you got to go where they're not.
And once you got out in front, you made some great moves. Were you worried at all about lap traffic? You looked to be very aggressive.
No, I wasn't that worried.
People you want to thank?
McGurvey, Electric, Sports Entertainment Marketing, my class, they helped us. All of our crew, Tim, my dad, Pete and Paul Reck, and my dad, Tim, and all them working on the car every week, so can't do it without them.
No cast or anything now? Your bones are all healed and everything?
Yeah, we're all healed.
All right, congratulations. How about a nice hand, folks? Michael Reft, your winner in the Brockers Machine Shop Fast Track Pro-Lates. Most Sinus Motorsports Fly to the Phoenix Sprint Car Championship. Dirt's Monster half mile, here they come. Green is out. Down the back straightaway, it's Brandon Spithaler, your leader. Danny Holgraver quickly into second. Ron George is third as they race off at turn number 4. Spithaler leads. Holgraver is second. George is third. Carl Bowser is fourth. Andy Priest in the 43 car running fifth. Then it's Andy McKisson, Kevin Schaefer, and Ed Lynch Jr. Danny Holgraver takes the lead at the end of lap 2. Brandon Spithaler goes back to the inside, trying to get him back in turn 2. It's Holgraver out in front. Spithaler second, the Bogsville Bullet. Carl Bowser third and closing for second in turn 3. Rod George in the 4 is fourth. Kevin Schaefer is fifth. Then it's Andy Priest and Ed Lynch Jr. Behind Lynch comes the 23 of Jack Soderman Jr. and the 0 of Andy McKisson. Bowser is second now and trying to run down the leader, Danny Holgraver, in turn 3. Spin in turn 2. Spin in turn 2. I believe that's the 0 of Andy McKisson. Andy McKisson in car 0 has spun around in turn 2. 3 laps are down. It'll be a single file restart. Steele 17 laps to go. The Mositis Motorsports fly to the Phoenix. The green is out, and off they go. Battle on in turns 1 and 2. Lynch to the outside, moves up into 6th. George and Schaefer side by side for 3rd in turn 4. Kevin Schaefer into 3rd. Ron George is 4th. Then it's Brandon Spithaler, Ed Lynch Jr., and Andy Priest. Lynch now to the outside of Spithaler, moving up to 5th. Danny Holtgraver in front. Ron George back on the bottom, trying to take 3rd, and does from Kevin Schaefer. Holtgraver leads. Bowser is 2nd. George is 3rd. Schaefer 4th. And the Apollo Rocket is moving in a hurry into 2L. Less than 15 to go. Lynch to the inside around Schaefer. Lynch to the inside around George. He has moved to 3rd now. Danny Holtgraver with a commanding lead, though, in the D4. The Spinnowebers Auto Sales D4 way out in front. Carl Bowser 2nd. Lynch back a straightaway in 3rd. Schaefer 4th. George 5th. Priest is 6th. Spithaler 7th. Holtgraver around the 24 of Brian Steinman. 2-lap cars now between 1st and 2nd. Holtgraver up on the wall, continues to add to his lead. Bowser 2nd, Lynch 3rd, Schaefer 4th, Andy Priest 5th, Ron George is 6th, Spithaler 7th, Soderman is 8th, McKisson 9th, all in the lead lap. Halfway, 10 down, 10 to go. Into turn number 1. Danny Holtgraver, still your leader. He's got more traffic ahead. Down the back straightaway, closing on the zebra. Got a problem in turn 4. Caution is out. The 6 car of Bobby Rankin has spun around in turn 4. Caution out. I know a couple of drivers that are happy to see that. One that's not is D4 Danny Holtgraver. He was rolling. Ready to go when they come off at turn number 4. Nose to tail, and the green is out. Bowser goes low. Lynch follows him. Holtgraver up high. He'll still have the lead down the back chute. Kevin Schaefer now to the outside, trying to get around Andy Priest for 4th. Lynch goes to the inside of Bowser for 2nd in turn 4. Holtgraver 1st, Lynch 2nd, Bowser 3rd, Priest 4th, George is 5th, Schaefer's back to 6th. Holtgraver right up on the wall. The Apollo Rocket trying to run him down with 7 to go. Danny Holtgraver now turning laps at 16.8. 16.8. Lynch is closing in, it would appear. Into 1. And Lynch just turned the fastest lap, 16.547. He'll lose some ground on this lap. 5 to go, 5 to go. Holtgraver in front, Lynch is 2nd. Bowser 3rd, George is 4th, Schaefer is 5th. Four laps to go. Danny Holtgraver looking for the biggest win of his career. Down the back straightaway, he continues to lead by half a chute. Lynch on the inside through 3 and 4, trying to pick up the pace. 3 to go. Davy Jones has pitted in car 76. Now Andy McKisson around the 4 of Ron George. He's coming forward. McKisson, George, and Schaefer having a battle. 2 to go. Lead stays the same. Lap and a half away from the checkered flag in the Mositis Motorsports Flight of the Phoenix Sprint Car Championship. Danny Holgraver, Ed Lynch Jr. trying to mount one more charge with a lap to go in the A main. Off of 2 down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4. Traffic ahead for the race leader. He stays right up against the fence. Lynch trying to make a run on the bottom in turn 4. Here they come. Danny Holgraver wins it. Ed Lynch Jr. second. Third will go to Carl Bowser. Fourth to Andy McKisson. And fifth to Kevin Schaefer. You were on the wall, man.
Oh man, I'm so comfortable this year, and I thought running high at Lernerville was something. I'm telling you, it is a long way to the bottom when you're on that top, and that wall is very intimidating. And for some reason, I went out there and I was like, you know what, that don't even look that scary. I'm pretty close to it, so if I hit it, it ain't gonna be that fast. So,
you guys were turning a second and a half faster in the feature than you were in the heats tonight.
Well, they came out and watered this track, and I mean, it did blow off from bottom to top, but the top was just unbelievable.
Have you ever had a thrill like that?
No, it was just unbelievable. I mean, the track was awesome. You could run. I mean, it was tough to pass, I'm sure. I didn't really have to, I got on the top and pretty much worked my way, but there was a couple lap cars I had to shoot in the middle or low, and it was still, you could still just drive right through the middle. They did a great job with this track from what it was in the heat races.
When Ed got to second, I don't know if you even saw it on the scoreboard. Were you aware of that, and were you worried?
I saw it, and I said, there's no point in worrying about it and slowing down now, so gas her up and go.
People you want to thank?
I got to thank Spinweber Auto Sales, my dad, Dan Taylor, everybody helps us on the car. And I want to dedicate this win to Clyde Wagner, who passed away on Wednesday, worked at Sharon Speedway. We were really good friends with him, and he's been battling with cancer, and he just passed away. So this one's for him. We were at the funeral all day, and his son told me, he said, you owe him one now. And I said, all right, don't worry about it. And I'm just glad I could deliver.
Congratulations, you get the big check for $2,500.
Thank you.
Danny Holgraver, you're a winner. Red Miley of the 99 pacing the field, 25 laps for the Hoosier Tire Mid-Atlantic Dirt Cars Super Late Models. Off at turn 4 they come, and the green is out. Burgoon jumps into the lead. Miley is second, Baker third. Baker makes the pass for second down the back straightaway. Miley third, Ryder fourth, Lucon, and then Mike Johnson. One lap down, it's Double B, Brandon Burgoon out in front. It's Todd's Auto Body. Allegheny Metal finishing, Three Rivers Scrap Metal 17 in front and in a hurry. He's got a big lead after just 2 laps. Doug Crawford pitting in the Fathead Saloon 9C. Mike Johnson in the 2J tried to take fourth away from Jason Ryder as they head down the back straightaway. Jim Lepro, Kyle Lucon, John Mollick right there as well. Burgoon continues to lead Baker second. Miley is third. Johnson now fourth, and Ryder, Lepro, Lucon, and Mollick. .19.495, the fastest lap so far for Double B, Brandon Burgoon. Jimmy Lepro in the 6th to the inside of Jason Ryder. 2 cars trying to squeeze to the bottom. They're running for 5th in turn 2. Down the back straightaway, side by side. Lepro moves up a spot into the 5th position. Ryder comes right back at him on the inside, and he'll spin the car in turn 4. Caution is out. The Yingling Lager Plumbers Local 27 Specialty Turbine 76 of Jason Ryder losing the handle. Burgoon's race to restart. Here we go. Green is out. Baker's got a little bit of an advantage going into turn 1. Double B trying to get back around him on the outside. Can't do it. Baker will take the lead. Burgoon second, Miley third, Johnson fourth, and Lepro is, that's John Malik in fifth. Here comes Burgoon back to the inside of Baker off of turn 4. Baker in front. And Miley third, Mike Johnson fourth, closing on Miley down the back straightaway for third into turn 3. Burgoon trying to run down Baker. Baker out in that clean air, and believe me, in a track like this, the speeds they're turning, it makes a big deal. .17 laps to go. Johnny Malik now the 4J challenging Mike Johnson for fourth. Malik, who picked up a win here earlier this year on a UFO ULMS night, fifth, and a close fifth behind Mike Johnson and Ben Miley. They're nip and tuck up in turn 4. All of a sudden now Baker's pulling away. Looked like it was going to be the Brandon Burgoon show. Now it's Steve Baker trying to make it 2 wins in a row. 15 laps to go, 15 to go. John Malik to the inside of Mike Johnson for fourth in turn 4. Malik is able to make the pass. Johnson fifth, Lepro runs sixth. Halfway, 12 laps remaining. Your leader's about to catch the back of the field as they head down the back straightaway. Baker and Burgoon more than a straightaway ahead of the third place car of Ben Miley. John Malik is fourth, Mike Johnson fifth, Jim Lepro sixth, Jason Ryder and Tom Bateman. Bateman goes a lap down in turn 2. Less than 10 to go. Down the back straightaway, Baker lapping the 76 of Jason Ryder. Steve stretched it out to half a straightaway now over Double B. John Malik in the 4J trying to catch Ben Miley for third in turn 4. Miley third, Malik a close fourth now. Into turn number 1. 5 more laps. Steve Baker looking for his 70th career win here in Pittsburgh. 41 in the late models if he can bring it to the checkered flag. 70 would put him 3rd all time behind Larry Kugel and Wayne Tessine. Miley is now pulled away from John Mollick in that race for 3rd. Mike Johnson still 5th. Jim Lepro a close 6th. And then it's the 2 leaders, Baker and Burgoon. They are a half a track ahead of 3rd. Two laps to go, 2 to go. White flag waving, 1 to go for the West Virginia Rim Rider Steve Baker. In a race ahead of him for position, Mike Johnson and Jim Lepro side by side for 5th. Lepro goes around Johnson as they head down the back straightaway. Brandon Burgoon closing in. Baker in no hurry as he can see the race ahead of him. Off at turn number 4, he will take the checkered flag with Burgoon 2nd. Ben Miley will bring the 99 car home 3rd, John Mollick 4th, and the race for 5th continues between Jim Lepro and Mike Johnson. When you're hot, you're hot.
Yeah, it's just when things start going right, they're good. You know, the race car was just fantastic tonight. On that little bit of ledge, it was up there. There just wasn't much to catch, and we knew we were on a fine line. And watching the sprint cars run, you could tell that's where you had to be, because if you got down into the bottom, it's like you threw a boat anchor out getting off the corners, and you really roll on the outside. So I tried to get up there, and fortunately, Brandon took the outside, and which is where he should have been, and I just caught some mud coming up off the corner and got good traction and beat him into the corner on a restart.
I was going to say, the first 5 laps, did you think you had anything for him?
No, there's no way. If the race would have went on and he stayed in front, there's no way I could have passed him, because, like I said, I could have dropped down to the inside of him, maybe got beside of him, but I don't think I could have kept up with him off the corners.
People you want to thank?
Oh, everybody. You know, these guys, Dave and Harry and Billy and John and all the guys at Burgettstown. My Burgettstown crew does a great job getting this car ready. And, of course, my car owner, Bill and Michael Bland. And I'd like to thank my wife for letting me do this all these years.
Well, she's been through a few of these, huh?
Yeah, quite a few.
Was your first date to the races?
I think it was a racing banquet. So, yeah.
She knew right off the bat.
Yeah, she knew right off when I made her work in the ticket booth at the old Morgantown Speedway, where she's going to spend a lot of her Saturday nights.
Congratulations, Steve.
Thank you, Dow.
Steve Baker, ladies and gentlemen, your winner in the Dirt Car Super Lates. Sunoco Race Fuels Dirt Car Cadets. Feature is underway, 15 laps. Nick Kachuba takes the lead from the 3rd starting spot. Down the back chute, Steve Webb in the 27W is 2nd. Bobby Heim in the 92 into 3rd. Dave Slade right there at the B4, so is the 45 of Pat Weldon. Kachuba out in front, so the Clarkin Family Chiropractic, Colonial Beer, Hankey Farms Auto Grand Prix. Pat Weldon in the 45 car. The Live Nation House Cafe, Monongahela Auto Parts Chevy is up into 2nd. Steve Webb of the 27W third. The R&J Meets 92 of Bobby Heim in the Simmons window cleaning 68X of Jake Simmons now fifth. Race for the lead into turn one. Kachuba has the lead. Pat Weldon wants it. Off of turn two down the back chute, and he's got it. Last year's track champion trying to get into victory lane, Pat Weldon. Kachuba's coming right back at him on the inside in turn four. The groove has changed. The preferred line. Now look at Weldon go. Jake Simmons up to fourth in the 68X. 10 laps to go, 10 laps remaining. On the outside, Jake the Snake Simmons in the 68X moving to third. He started back in the 12 slot. Pat Weldon has opened up a half a straightaway lead. Nick Kachuba still second. Bobby Heim fifth. Craig Cancelas, last week's winner, is sixth and close on Heim in turn four. Then it's Bob Schwartzmiller, Robert Betts, and Joey Cancelas. Simmons now right behind Kachuba for second into turn number three. The Snake goes to the outside of turn four, trying to carry the momentum. Kachuba still second, Simmons third into turn one, 7 laps to go. Mitch Waddle pitting in car 20 as Simmons moves to second. Simmons to second now. Got a lot of ground to catch up, and just 6 laps to go. Pat Weldon still your leader. Steve Webb fourth, Bobby Heim fifth, Craig Cancelas sixth, Bob Schwartzmiller seventh, then Robert Betts eighth, Joey Cancelas ninth, and Dave Slade is 10th in the B4. And here's your leader, Pat Weldon, completing lap 10. 5 laps from the checkered flag. The Live Nation Al's Cafe, Monongahela Auto Parts, 45. Still leads by almost a full straightaway over Jake the Snake Simmons. Simmons has won 4 features this year. Car off the pace, the 39F of Tyler Fox, limping down the front straightaway. Stays out on the racetrack for some reason. Now he's going again. He's going again. He's going again. Two laps to go, 2 to go. Pat Weldon negotiating the back of the field in turn 3. He's got a big lead, so he doesn't need to be in a hurry, but does he know that? White flag waving. Different car for Pat this year. Has had a hard time working it out. Here's the real race right here for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th in turn 1. Off of 4 out of Monongahela. Pat Weldon gets his first win of the season. Second will go to Jake the Snake Simmons. Nick Chubin, the 10, a third. Craig Catellis rallies for a fourth. Steve Weber, the 27, fifth. Came out with a new car this year, and things just haven't been good all year, and all of a sudden, it's coming forward.
Yeah, I was beginning to wonder if we could win with this car. I don't know. We just trying to figure it out and play with the setup. I think we hit it right tonight. So
it did. Well, you got in front. I don't know how it felt, but it looked impressive.
The car felt good. It felt like it was on rails out there. As slick as the track was. The car was terrible in the heat. I had no bite. Switched some tires, went back to the hard tires, and made all the difference in the world.
And here you are. People you want to thank.
First and foremost, Live Nation, main sponsor on the car, Al's Cafe, Long Hell Auto Parts. All the guys that come with me, my dad, he puts a lot of time in on the car, and Chris and my son. He almost didn't make it tonight. He was supposed to go to camp, but he talked his mother into letting him come tonight, so he couldn't miss this.
No, now he's really glad that he came.
Yeah, he sure is.
Good job, Pat.
Thank you.
Pat Weldon, folks, your winner in the Sunoco Race Fuels Dirt Car Cadets. Miley RV Service UMP Modifieds. Green is out. Daryl Charlier trying to grab the early lead. Down the back straightaway. The race for second in a 3. It's Bassett in the middle. Stalter down low and Charlier up high. Off of turn number 4. Stalter leads. Charlier second. Bassett third. Down the back straightaway, it's still J.E. Stalter followed by the midway missile, Daryl Charlier. Charlier goes to the bottom into turn number 3. Kerry Gasser up to 4th in the 0K. Charlier will take the lead coming up off of turn number 4. It's a battle for the high side in 1 and 2. Charlier boots it right up in front of Stalter. J.E. second, Chris Bassett third, Kerry Gasser 4th. Then the Taylor brothers, Evan and Jonathan. 3 laps in. Good race for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Chris Bassett, Kerry Gasser. And the 70 of Evan Taylor into turn number 1. Bassett's trying to protect that 3rd spot. 10 laps to go, 10 to go. Midway missile. Letting her read up high. The Napa Auto Parts, W.J. Beitler, Parker Auto Center. Totally Tropical Tanning 12 of Daryl Charlier. This would be his 4th win in a row. He has got it going on. Kerry Gasser again to the inside of Chris Bassett now for 3rd, up off of 4. Gasser, the racing up from Vienna, Ohio, moves into 3rd. J.E. Stalter by himself in 2nd. Charlier is pulled away by more than a straightaway. The race for the second 5 is a good one. Carl McKinney, the 6M, the 5 of Jonathan Taylor, the 17 of Vince Laguna, the 7 of Chuck Kennedy. All running together along with the 4M of Kevin Miller. And then it's Clayton Kennedy and Stush Sadowski. Five more laps to go, 5 to go. The Isleys, Chip Tam, 7 of Chuck Kennedy appears to have a problem in turn 1. He is moving to the bottom of the racetrack and looks to be headed to the pits. He's going to spin out. Chuck Kennedy, I think he's got a right rear tire flat. And the Isleys, Chip Tam and Barbecue Sauce 7. Chuck Kennedy at the entrance to the back straightaway. The Midway Missile and the Martins Ferry Madman on the front row. And here we go. Carl McKinney with some progress in the 6M. He tries to squeeze between Chris Bassett and the wall and does into turn 3 up high. And we got a spin in turn 3. Spin in turn 3. George Nicola, the 97. Charlier sets the pace. Here he goes, back underway. Kerry Gasser now trying to get into the second spot of the 0K. J.E. Stalter back underneath her into turn 3. He's coming up the racetrack. He's back into second, or is he? Kerry trying to pass him back down the front chute. McKinney is 4th, Bassett is 5th. The lead is not nearly as big for Daryl Charlier. J.E. Stalter trying the bottom side through 3 and 4. Two laps to go. He'll go back inside in turn 1. Off of 2. Charlier opens it up in the middle of the straightaway. Gasser 3rd, McKinney 4th, Bassett is 5th. Down on the rail, J.E. Stalter coming up across the racetrack with a lap to go. That's what you call a push. Off of 2 down the back chute. One more time looking for win number 4 in a row in the Parker Auto Center W.J. Beitler Napa Auto Parts Panther. Second contested here in turn 4 is the Midway Missile. Picks up the win. Second place will go to Carl McKinney 4th, Chris Bassett 5th. I wondered what happened because, you know, until that caution came out, you were gone. And after the caution, it was like there was an anchor stuck to the back of this thing.
Yeah, I heard some bars going underneath there. Jay and myself was talking back and forth, going around there, trying to see what was broke. I knew it was the rear end. I didn't know what it was. And at that point in time, I was just going to push it till it breaks. And you can see it. It's basically on the ground right now. So it's rattling under there.
We got you 15 laps. 16, you might have had a problem.
Yeah, 16 laps, we would have had a problem for sure. I don't even know if I'll be able to pull it off the track.
What was with the late model tonight?
New car. Very proud of it. We wanted to race it real bad.
Just wouldn't start.
Well, one of the pumps in the back that runs the power steering, the fuel pump, was stripped out, and if you don't have fuel, you can't race. So.
Well, as frustrating as that was, again, the modified puts you back in the winner's circle.
Yeah, it always feels good to be here.
People you want to thank?
I need to thank this crew, this family, Tony's crew for all the hard work. We get along so good. I need to thank Napa, awesome decals, financial business aid, totally tropical tanning, turnkey foundations, Donaldson Supply, Tri-State Motorsports, Parker Auto Center, Knuckleheads Pizza, Hoosier Tire, The Screw, everybody, thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And the late models, too.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Daryl Charlier, your winner in the modifieds. And we're off. Fast Eddie Weiser trying to take the lead away from Brian Hutchko. Fast Eddie trying on the high side. Brian Hutchko. He will lead lap 6. Less than 2 to go. Eddie Weiser just ahead of Brian Hutchko and Ricky Steigerwald as we head down the back straightaway coming to the white flag. Weiser goes high. Hutchko's back in front with a lap to go. Oh, they slap and paint into turn 1. Hutchko with the lead back. Ricky Steigerwald moving out of the young gun class into the full big cars, having his best run. He's right up in contention tonight in the double zero. Another one of the young teenagers, but it's going to be Brian Hutchko by car length. Weiser second, Steigerwald third.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting there. Class is getting tighter and tighter since they're starting to break down these rules, and well, that's that. Eddie was giving me a good run there. I was racing him pretty clean. I don't know what he was thinking come down here into one, but I guess once you win one, you think you deserve them all, or I don't know. But other than that, car's been pretty good lately. Track's been pretty good here in the last 2-3 weeks. Come along here pretty good in this for this track. Best it's been so far in my mind. I got to thank my sponsors, Bob Swartzmiller, Hannah's Clothing, Mousetrap Bar and Grill, Bulldog Tree Care, Lawford Construction. Thanks, buddy. Stush's Automotive, Cal Racing Engines, and Hedgeband.com. And I'd like to thank Fuzzy and Billy Robinson for helping me put this cam in this car for tonight.
All righty, Brian Hutchko, your winner in the Hobby Stocks.